more just a half-court game.
One quick question for you, Gary, your Coach Nelson. Yorkville's had a lot of success going inside to Schaefer against smaller teams. Do you make adjustments early, or do you go with what got you here and see if they can stop you first?
Well, I think you always want to go with what got you here and what's been good to you lately. And Mike Schaefer's been awful good to the Foxes lately, so I look for him to try to go into Mike early, find out how Princeton's going to defense that, and see whether that part of the game is still going to be successful.
Well, stay tuned, everybody. We should have an epic battle tonight. We'll be back with the starting lineups and all the action right after this on TV 53 Sports.
Since 1914, Olson Roofing Company of Aurora has installed, repaired, and maintained thousands of commercial and industrial rooftops in the Fox Valley. No matter how big or how small the business, the Olson Roofing Specialist can provide full service to any size building. Located on South Lake Street, Olson Roofing is a proud supporter of high school sports in the Fox Valley and the surrounding area. Your friend and neighbor celebrating 80 years in the roofing business. Call us at 892-0449. Your Farmers Insurance Group agent in downtown Plano is George Ando. For the past 20 years, George has been the man to see for your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, annuities, and business insurance. For your convenience, a full office staff is always on hand to serve you. George Ando, your Farmers Insurance Group agent, is located on 14 West Main Street in downtown Plano, open 8 till 5 Monday through Friday, and 9 till noon on Saturdays. Call 552-7611.
I'm Marty Munson, along with Gary Vansel. Plano sectional final tonight, starting lineup for the Tigers. Plastic and Dickinson at guard, Messon and Salkich at the forward, Dan Jacks the center. For the Yorkville Foxes, Pat Keller, Scott Gingler at the guard, Jake Nauman, Trevor Gartner forward, and Mike Schaefer in the middle. And here we go. Scramble for the opening tip. Gingler and Keller got tied up. Travel with the ball. Tigers get the first possession. Dickinson inbound. The Classic.
Yorkville picks up man-to-man.
Shot from the lane, short by Meston. Rebounded Trevor Gartner. Keller back for the Foxes.
Princeton also man-to-man, Marty.
Yeah, like I asked before the game, we'll see what kind of offensive opportunities they're going to try and get early.
Dan Jack at 6'7", guarding Schaefer, which you figured would happen.
It might be time for you to see if Trevor Gartner can, even though he's got a 6'5" guy on him also. And Trevor Gartner gets called for the offensive foul. Looks like the Tiger player slid in there a little late, but he drew the call. Trevor Gartner, his first foul.
Mirza Salkic, one of the Bosnian players here at Princeton, did a pretty good acting job on that one.
Salkic brings it across, tripped away. Gartner comes up with it for the Foxes. Gangler back quickly for Yorkville. Nauman, right side, goes into Gartner. Spin move. Little strong. Schaefer can't control. Run down by Dickinson for the Tigers. Well, they did what they wanted. They got it in there. And,
good move by Trevor. He just didn't get the shot down, but he can give a nice step-through move.
Salkic to Jack. Double team. Too long. You get an over and back call here. Turn over to Yorkville. Both teams a little tentative here. Minute 10 play, no points.
Yeah, that's not to be unexpected sometimes. A little bit of nerves in the beginning. They'll settle down.
They'll settle down, start getting the ball in the hoop here, yeah? Keller with the ball, guarded by Plastic. Keller's got a few inches on his defender. We'll see if he can take advantage tonight. Slapped away, ball retained by the Foxes. Yeah, I did a little math before the game about the height advantage for Princeton. They had up to 370 inches a man, and Yorkville is 364 if you take their starters. So they do have a definite size advantage. And Keller loads from three. Buries it. Pat Keller opens the scoring with a tray.
Good execution, Marty. They set the double pick on the backside for Pat Keller, and he nailed it. It's a good start for Pat.
Tigers are inbound. Into Salkic. Back to Plasik. Salkic brings it up, guarded by Nauman. He stops and pops. Too strong. Schaefer, good box out. But it went off his arm. Ball for the Tigers. Yeah, it's going to be a battle between Jack and Schaefer. They're banging already, and you see Mike Schaefer had a little black eye and a finger tape, and still ready for ready for a game tonight. Dickinson for three. Count it. Three to three, 6:09 to go, first quarter. Nauman with the ball on the left side, looking to go into Gartner. Back to Keller, top of the key. Placek on him. Keller drives, dumps it into Gartner, goes glass, Trevor Gartner.
Nice job, penetration by Pat Keller, good assist by Pat.
I think one of the keys for the Foxes tonight is definitely that Trevor Gartner takes a little load off of Schaefer and can put some points in. Dickinson down, Keller dives from behind, slaps it away. Jack goes too strong, Nauman picks it up. Great hustle by Pat Keller to get him from behind. Gangler with the ball for Yorkville. Salkich slaps it away. Keller runs it down. Nauman with the ball. Drives the lane. Foul on the play. Foul on number 4, Brandon Dickinson.
Let's see if they run that same play, Marty. They got Pat Keller open the last time.
Tried to go to Schaefer. He got it. Nice catch by Schaefer. Couldn't get it to go. 5-3. Yorkville leads Princeton. 5:19 to go, first quarter.
Caught him off guard. He just was off balance and didn't get the shot down.
Yorkville double teams Salkich in the corner. Gets it to Dickinson. Back to Salkich. Fires it in. Keller anticipated that. One step right in the passing lane and took it away.
Good hustle again.
Keller drives. Goes in strong over Jack. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Salkich for the Tigers. Down to Plasic. Tries to go inside. Gets it to Jack. Too strong again. Jack gets his own rebound. Back out to Meston. Lays it up right-handed. Brian Meston ties the ball game at 5. Keller with the ball for Yorkville. Guarded by Plasic. Gangler top of the key. To Keller, looking to go into Schaefer.
Dan Jack's fronting Mike in there.
Gangler for three. Too strong. Gartner with the rebound. He's fouled by Salkich. Yeah, Gartner's playing good early, and they're definitely going to need a good game from him tonight to offset the little height disadvantage they have tonight.
And Trevor showed some nerves, a little nervousness in the regional, but the other night he played better, and he looks good out of the gate tonight.
Gangler to Keller for three.
Same play. Out of bounds play, getting Pat Keller off the screen for the three.
Pressure by the Foxes. Dickinson with the ball, double team in the corner. They get it out to Plasic. Brings it across the timeline. 8-5 Yorkville, 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Meston with the ball. To Salkich. On Nauman, he stops and pops. Count that one.
Salkich's game is supposed to be good dribble penetration. Marty, you can tell he handles the ball very nice.
And when you got to respect the driving potential, it leaves a lot of easy stop and pop from about 12 feet in the lane there. Schaefer with the ball for the Foxes. 8-7. Yorkville leads Princeton. Gangler on the drive. Little fadeaway. Can't get it to fall. Salkich tried to save it. Stepped on the line.
And Salkich wanted a foul there on Trevor Gardner, but referee didn't see it that way.
Yeah, they were both pushing a little bit, so it could have gone either way. Nauman into Gardner. Nice spin move. Partially blocked. Schaefer gets it back. Gets his own rebound. Stuffs it back in.
That wasn't a pass. The first one, it was a shot, but it wound up right to Mike Schaefer.
Only counts what goes through the rim, and it really probably doesn't matter too much how it goes in either. 10-7 Yorkville, 3:08 to go, first quarter. Plasic with the ball. Down the corner to Dickinson. Salkich cutting, stops and shoots.
Good movement without the ball by Mirza Salkich. Nailed the baseliner.
Keller's three goes in and out. Salkich back up for the Tigers to Plasic. Back to Dickinson. His three. No good. Meston with the rebound. Back out. Plasic with it for three. No good. Schaefer with the rebound. Yeah, they're going to have to help out Schaefer a little on the board tonight because he's not going to have much success all by himself there. Nauman into Schaefer, back to Nauman. His three. Count it.
Nice job going inside out, Marty. That's something that you really work on. When they doubled down on Mike, he kicked it back out to Jake Nauman, and he nailed the three.
13-9, Foxes over Tigers. 2:07 to go, first quarter. Dickinson to Meston. Fires the Salkich, cutting the lane. Can't get it to fall. Gangler picks it up. No advantage. Pulls it back. Gets it to Keller to set the offense. Gartner drives by Jack. Goes glass. Schaefer with the rebound. Puts it back. Nice aggressive move by Trevor Gartner. He didn't get the bucket, but he caused the basket there.
There's 2 rebound baskets in a row by Mike Schaefer.
Gangler on the foul. 2 team fouls apiece. 1:43 to go, first quarter. Number 12, Brian Duffy, and number 20, Jim Ward, check in for Yorkville. Going with their little smaller lineup there. Tigers with the ball. They got Duffy on Salkich. He's given away 4 inches, so we'll see if they try to capitalize on that. Brian Meston goes baseline and puts it in. Yorkville by 4, 15-11, early, 1:24 to go, first quarter. Duffy with the ball, looking in for Gangler. That's the Ward. Gangler back to Keller, top of the key, setting the offense. Keller's trying to drive. Gangler in the corner to Ward. Nothing there to get it back to Keller. Keller's trying to take place again there, and back to Gangler. 55 seconds to go, first quarter. Yorkville by 4 and the ball. Meston steps in and seals it. Goes on Gangler, lays it up. Can't get it to fall. Ward with the rebound. 40 seconds to go, first quarter.
Good steal by Brian Meston there. He couldn't get the layup down. See if the Foxes hold for 1 here.
Keller with the ball, looking for the screen from Schaefer. Schaefer with the ball, Jack on him. Leans in, kicks it to Keller, back to Schaefer.
Job.
Nice give and go, bucket counts plus the foul.
Very nice 2-man game by Mike Schaefer and Pat Keller. Give and go. Mike hit Pat going in the lane. He dumped it right back to Mike for the basket and the foul.
Very nice.
Good basketball.
Very nice play. Number 22, Peter Dochman in for the Foxes. Number 25, Izabigovic. Number 23, Bickerman in for the Tigers. Also, number 14 checks in, Fulkerson. Schaefer's free throw for an 8-point Yorkville lead. Can't get it to fall. Run down by Bickerman. 17-11 Yorkville. 18 seconds to go, first quarter. Salkich with the ball. 10 seconds to go. He drives and shoots. He drew the foul.
Mirza Salkich is very tough to handle one-on-one, as we've already alluded to, Marty. He's got some size, a very good dribbler, got a nice shot, a very mature young man physically.
And he's only a junior, so
he looks a lot older.
Gartner back into the Foxes, gives Schaefer a breather. (17-12). Foxes lead the Tigers. 8.7 seconds to go, first quarter. We're at the Plano Sectional Final game here tonight. Second one by Salkich is good. Keller with the ball, 7 seconds to go. Yorkville by 4. Keller drives baseline, stops, fadeaway. Can't get it to fall. Gartner with the offensive board, but that's the end of the first quarter. And with the score, Yorkville 17, Princeton 13. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
For that special gift, come to Gems and Stems. We're located at 2237 West Jefferson Street in Joliet. Gems and Stems has a complete line of fine jewelry and fresh-cut roses at very competitive prices. Valentine's Day may be just a memory, but our beautiful diamond pendants and our gorgeous pendant enhancers are perfect any time of the year. And of course, so are fresh-cut roses. That's Gems and Stems on Jefferson Street in Joliet, just a short drive from Kendall County.
Come to Jam Comics for all your collectible needs. Comic books, sports and non-sports cards. We also have Magic the Gathering, the hottest new idea in gaming in years. Our full line of collecting supplies will help preserve your collection for years to come. Join our comic club today and receive up to 20% discount. That's Jam Comics at 1321 West Jefferson Street, Joliet. Open every day from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's Jam Comics.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. I'm Marty Munz along with Gary Vansel. Gary, 17-13, Yorkville by 4. Pretty good play first quarter.
It was a well-played first quarter. After the first minute and a half, Marty, when both teams settled down, looked to be pretty evenly matched. Mirza Salkic is a ton, though, and I think he's going to be a real factor how well the Foxes can defend him.
I think Chris Nelson will run a few guys on him. See, they got Jake Nauman on him now. See if they can do anything with him and, you know, kind of keep the ball out of his hands if they can. Because once he gets it, he can do a lot of things with it. Salkic with the ball, and Nauman into the corner to Plastic. Fires long. Rebound by Izabigovic. His 3 attempt. Rims no good. Gartner with the rebound. Keller back up court. Fakes the drive in the corner to Dochman. He goes baseline. Goes up strong. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Bickerman for the Tigers. In the corner to Plastic. This time he don't put up the 3. Back to Plastic. Meston right side to Izabigovic. Kicks it on top to Plastic.
They're running Salkic off of a lot of screens that Jake Nauman is sticking with him well.
Just can't get him open. Shot short. Rebound. Rebound by the Tigers.
Good hustle by Izabigovic. The hustle is from Bosnia.
The defense by Yorkville, they just couldn't come up with the defensive rebound, and Tigers get another shot at it. Meston with the ball for the Tigers. Into Salkic. He's double, triple teamed in a corner. He still fires a 3, hits the side of the backboard. Goes off a Fox, and Tigers get it again.
Well, Mirza Salkic forced that one, Marty. He's been running to get open, and he couldn't get the ball. He finally got the ball. Forced the shot that time. That's good as far as Yorkville is concerned.
Yeah, any bad shot they get him to take, get him out of sync a little bit.
Right. Start creating a little doubt in his mind.
Yorkville on the floor with Nauman, Gangler, Keller, Gartner, and Schaefer. Their starters back out there. (17-13), 6:24 to go, second quarter. Winner of tonight's game goes on next Tuesday at the DeKalb Super Sectional against the winner of Rockford Forreston. Classic with the ball, guarded by Gangler. Gangler had a call on that foul, but I didn't see much up here, but
God thought that Classic was pushing off with the elbow.
Either way, I didn't see much contact, but sometimes early they got to call. Salkic with another 3, misses, rebound. It's about 4 or 5 offensive opportunities they've had on this possession.
Ball's been bouncing the Tigers' way here in the missed shots.
Yorkville just can't get the rebound. They got Salkic missing. Plastic with the drive. Gets the roll. Brian Plastic's first bucket of the night. Makes it 17-15. Gangler with the ball. Trevor Gartner to Schaefer. Back to Keller. Launches a 3. No good. Rebound by Salkic. Yeah, that's got to be a big advantage for a team. You got a 6'5" guy who can rebound but also bring the ball up and shoot. I mean, that's...
You can use him in so many different ways. A lot of flexibility with Salkic.
Plastic in the corner. He shoots from 3. No good. Schaefer runs it down. Jack over the back. Tips it away. Yorkville having a little trouble on the boards. Keller goes for a steal. Plastic with the ball. Back to Dickinson. He shoots. No good. Rebound by Jack. He goes back up with it and puts it in.
Foxes have got to get on the glass, Marty. It's the last two possessions. Princeton has not been able to score on the first shot, but they keep getting the rebounds.
17 apiece, 4:57 to go, second quarter. Schaefer into Nauman. He goes baseline, tries a spin reverse. Jim Ward back in for the Foxes.
Scott Gamer has 2 fouls, and Coach Nelson's going to rest him a little bit.
Nauman with the ball to Ward, to Keller.
There's that play again, but that time they covered him up.
Tried to get him open in the corner for another 3. Keller's had two buckets tonight, both threes. Into Schaefer, goes over Jack, can't get it. (17-17), Princeton against Yorkville. Plastic with the ball to Dickinson. Keller on him. Salkich with Nauman still guarding him. Going to Jack, he's open.
Good execution.
Chris Nelson calls a timeout with the score. Princeton 19, Yorkville 17. Back after this short timeout on TV 53 Sports.
Are you having problems? Do your old home movies really hate you? Well, then let the pros at Real Pro Video help you out. They'll put all of those old films onto a convenient video cassette. Call Real Pro Video at 708-552-8815 in Plano, Illinois. That's Real Pro Video at 708-552-8815. Call now. Mailboxes, etc., your office to go. Located at the southeast corner of Douglas Road and Route 30 in Oswego. Mailboxes, etc. offers UPS shipping, packaging service and supplies, full postal and mailing services, facsimile transmission, professional photocopying, and private mailboxes with an actual street address. So the next time you're in a hurry and don't have time to stand in line, go to Mailboxes, etc., your office to go.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. Gary, Tigers come out hot here in the second quarter. They got the lead back.
Rebounding's been the big difference. They've had a lot of missed shots, but they keep getting the rebounds, and consequently, Yorkville really hasn't had the ball very much, and they haven't even scored this quarter.
Yeah, this Tigers been killing them on the offensive glass. They just they're going to have to do something, make some adjustments, concentrating on boxing their man out or something.
They get a little more aggressive on the boards.
Nauman with the ball in the Gartner.
Princeton changed their D here, went to a zone.
Gartner to Nauman.
Pat Keller should like this.
Keller tried to jam it into Gartner, couldn't handle the pass. Dickinson back for the Tigers. In the corner is Ibigovich. Back out to Dickinson for 3. No good. Salkich kept it alive. Another offensive rebound.
They're coming up with all the loose balls.
That's going to make it a long night for Yorkville if they can't address that problem pretty quickly. Looking for the lob to Salkich. He wasn't looking for the pass. Meston back in for the Tigers.
Now the Foxes need to score, Marty. They've been shut out this quarter.
So they almost have to, maybe they're going to try and get the ball into Schaefer and let him take it up against Jack and either score or maybe draw a foul. I mean, Schaefer does have 6 already, so when he's got the ball.
Princeton's gone to a 1-3-1 zone here, and the Foxes do have some good outside shooters in the ball game here with Keller, Ward, and Nauman.
There's Ward for 3, too strong. Schaefer cleans the board, slapped away from Plastic from behind. Here you go to shortest guy in the court, comes up against 6'5" Mike Schaefer, slapped it out of his hand. Nauman, top of the key. Ward to Keller. Keller with Plastic on him, looking for Schaefer. Jack's fronting him. Keller goes baseline. Goes over Salkich and puts it in.
Tigers went man-to-man there in the out-of-bounds underplay, and that matched up Plastic again on Keller, and he took him to the basket.
He took it not only past him, but the 6'5" Salkich was lurking there. And he put it over him. Good call by the refs. They check with each other. One call one way, one call the other way. They finally got it together, said it went off Yorkville. Tigers with the ball, 19-19, 2:38 to go, second quarter. This is the Plano Sectional Final game. Salkic coming off the screen, partially blocked. He's missed his last 4 or 5 shots, though. He's cooled off.
He might be a little tired.
Ward with the ball for Yorkville, looking in for Schaefer. Nauman with the ball. Back out to Keller, top of the key. Keller on Dickinson, stops and shoots. Rim, no good. Salkic with the rebound. Tied up by Gartner. Nice defensive play by Trevor Gartner. Alternating possession, Foxes keep the ball. Heads up play by Trevor Gartner.
Yes, it was. Mirza Salkic brought the ball down there and really didn't pivot away from Trevor, and he got the jump.
Nauman to Keller. Dickinson on him quickly. Keller drives. Split his pivot foot, gets ball for the travel. Tigers inbound to Salkic. Double team gets it back to Dickinson. Over to Izabigovic for the Tigers. 19-19, 1:50 to go, second quarter. To Salkic, loses the handle. Jack tried to keep it alive. Got a foul on Jake Nauman. 15 foul on the Foxes.
Neither team in the bonus yet, Marty, so it's been a relatively foul-free first half here.
Tigers trying to set their play, 19 apiece, 1:46 to go, second quarter. Classic guarded by Gangler. Drives the lane, kicks it to Messon, back to Dickinson. Salkic goes underneath the Messon, blocked by Trevor Gartner.
Good block.
Gartner said, not on that side, not this time.
Don't bring it in here.
And that should do wonders, too, for the place. A nice steal. Going in on Gangler, one-on-one, stops and shoots. Can't get it to fall. Scott Gangler, great job on defense. Keller, long outlet to Gartner, saves it. Had to save it out of bounds.
It was really a good defensive play by Scott, and the fact that he has 2 fouls, Marty, and he really couldn't afford to foul, but he did a best job that he could of making plays to take a little jump shot and
jump shot instead of the layup.
Right,
yeah.
exactly. He did a nice job.
Yeah, wild action there. Didn't result in any baskets, but some good hustle both ways. Classic drives on Gangler, dumps it to Salkic. Now this is his bucket of the second quarter. Gives Princeton a 2-point lead, 21-19, 50 seconds to go, second quarter. Nauman drives baseline, nowhere to go, dumps it to Schaefer. He's hammered.
Good drive by Jake Nauman, good dump to Mike Schaefer.
Can you believe this, Gary? It's 8-2 Princeton in the second quarter. Keller's bucket was the only one they'd scored the whole quarter.
Been fairly consistent as far as Yorkville. Marty, they've started out the recent games we've had with them, very good first quarter. As far as scoring, very little scoring in the second quarter. Then they've come out big in the third quarter. So this second quarter has been typical.
Well, then they're not too bad off. They're only down 2. Schaefer can tie it with 2 free throws here. Schaefer has 6 tonight. First one by Schaefer. Rims, no good. If there's anything in Yorkville's favor right now, they have been going a lot deeper on their bench. Princeton's only come in with that one spurt with a bunch of guys. Dickinson with the rebound, rolling around on the floor with it. Slapped away. Called a jump ball. Tigers get it on alternating possessions. Gartner got kicked in the head. He's shaking his neck.
And a lot of guys on the floor. That's good, though. It's good aggressiveness. Good call by the official.
Nauman's got a bandage from Wednesday's night game where he got raked across the nose with an elbow or something, and Schaefer's got a black eye, and there's no tomorrow for one of these teams. So Classic with the ball on Keller. They called that one on Pat Keller, but that must have been a mystery one with a leg or something. 29 seconds to go.
That was the 16th foul on the Foxes. Princeton will have the bonus if Yorkville fouls again.
That was only Keller's first, so That shouldn't have hurt him. 24 seconds to go. Plastic with the ball. Brings it back out.
They may hold here for the last shot, Marty. Try to go in the locker room with a lead at halftime. Could be 2 or more, depending on what happens here.
15 seconds to go. Messing with the ball. Down to 10. Plastic with the ball. Schaefer on him on a mismatch. Tries to spin Moon Eye. Schaefer throws it up. Can't get it to fall. Scramble for the rebound. Nauman picks it up. 2 seconds to go. Fires for 3. Oh! Jake Nauman throws in a 45-footer. It's down. And that'll end the first half on a wild note. Yorkville takes the lead back, 22-21. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
Bring your family to the Purple Onion Restaurant at 13150 West 143rd Street in Homer Township. The Purple Onion serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner with daily specials from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Kids will love our gigantic children's menu with prices starting at $1.95. That's the Purple Onion Restaurant at 13150 West 143rd Street in Homer Township, 2 blocks west of Bell Road.
Your Farmers Insurance Group agent in downtown Plano is George Ando. For the past 20 years, George has been the man to see for your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, annuities, and business insurance. For your convenience, a full office staff is always on hand to serve you. George Ando, your Farmers Insurance Group agent, is located on 14 West Main Street in downtown Plano, open 8 till 5 Monday through Friday, and 9 till noon on Saturdays. Call 552-7611. Since 1914, Olson Roofing Company of Aurora has installed, repaired, and maintained thousands of commercial and industrial rooftops in the Fox Valley. No matter how big or how small the business, the Olson Roofing Specialist can provide full service to any size building. Located on South Lake Street, Olson Roofing is a proud supporter of high school sports in the Fox Valley and the surrounding area. Your friend and neighbor celebrating 80 years in the roofing business. Call us at 892-0449.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. Wild finish to the first half. Gary, Yorkville takes the lead back 22-21. We'll recap the scoring for you here. For the Tigers, Salkich led their team with 7. Dan Jack and Brian Meston had 4 apiece. Brian Plastic had 2, and Brandon Dickinson had a 3 in the first quarter. For the Yorkville Foxes, Pat Keller has 8 with 2 3-pointers in there. Jake Nauman and Mike Schaefer had 6 apiece, and Trevor Gartner had a deuce. But it was that late 3-pointer by Nauman that's got to get him fired up. And you think that'll do anything for him?
Well, anything helps in a game this close. A shot like that's a big shot. Whether it's, in the end, if we have a close game and we got a 1-point difference one way or another, I mean, that's a big basket by Jake Nauman. A lot of hustle on that play, very alert, a nice running one-hander. The Foxes only had 5 points the whole quarter, so that 3 was a big one for them. Game settled into a much tougher defensive head-to-head battle in that second quarter, Marty, and neither team really could do a whole lot. The shooting percentages in the first quarter were fairly decent, but in the second quarter, both teams had difficulty finding the basket. Foxes have come out strong in the third quarters that we've seen recently, so we'll see if that holds form here in the third quarter tonight.
You got it. Well, stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back with all the second half action right after this on TV 53 Sports.
When you need flowers, stop into the Flower Basket on Jericho Road in Aurora for friendly personal service. We specialize in beautiful floral arrangements, lush green plants, gourmet baskets, balloons, and silk designs. Our professional staff will help you select your bridal flowers with a Friday preview for your final approval the day before your wedding. We also make house calls for party ideas and decorating. All major credit cards are welcome, and for your convenience, we're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m.
This is the home of good time rock and roll oldies. Pure Gold 96. We play the best oldies, which means the best music.
We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. What you want, baby, I got. Well, the rain exploded with a mighty crash, and not another living soul.
Pure Gold 96. Where the difference is the music.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. I'm Marty Munz along with Gary Vance. So Gary got a wild one going, 22-21. Anybody's ball game.
Good ball game 16 minutes ago. Winner stays alive, advances to the Super Sectional Tuesday in DeKalb against the Forest and Rockford Lutheran winner.
And I think what's obviously kept Yorkville in the game is they're 4 out of 8 from three-point land, and that's 12 of their 22 points. And we'll see if they go back to some more of that. Keller kicks back to Gangler, goes strong, lays it up. They got Salkich that time jumping in there, couldn't draw the charge on that one.
Imagine Coach Nelson was holding his breath there because Scott Gingler has 2 fouls and didn't want to pick up the third this early in the second half.
He saw the opening, took it in strong. Gangler will go to the line. That's the second foul on Salkich. Can't get the first one to fall.
Scott's ordinarily a pretty good free throw shooter.
Well, Yorkville is 0 for 4 tonight from the line. Make that 1 out of 5. Yorkville by 2, 23-21. 7:44 to go, third quarter.
Defensive change here by the Foxes, going with 1-2-2 with Trevor Gardner up on the point.
Plastic with the ball with Dickinson. Back to Plastic. Gangler on him to Dickinson. Plastic slapped away by Gartner, dives on the floor, knocks it into the backcourt. Tigers retain possession.
Salkich is open in the corner.
Plastic hit him, and Salkich hits the three.
He was open over there for a long time, but they just didn't find him until they found him in time, I guess.
Put the Tigers up by 1. Nauman driving. Meston with the blocking foul. Yorkville early here in the third quarter, taking us to the hole here and trying to draw some fouls.
Jake Nauman's taking the ball to the basket pretty well all night long.
Well, they got several guys that can take it in there and handle the ball. Keller with the ball, slapped away by Plastic. Meston to Plastic. Keller quickly back on defense. Salkich to Plastic for 3. Brian Plastic. So Yorkville hits 4 threes in the first half. Now Princeton comes on. Their first 2 shots are threes, 27-23. Tigers lead the Foxes. 6:36 to go, second quarter. Trevor Gartner takes it in strong and puts it in.
Good drive. Needed that one after the 2 threes by the Tigers.
Pulls Yorkville back to within 2. Dickinson with the ball for the Tigers. Double team. Gets out of that to Plastic. Puts on the line, but they gave him the 3. No. No. Gangler with the ball, drives in. He's slapped by Dickinson, gets the bucket. Yeah, they gave Brian Plastic the 3, but I could see his shoe was right on the black line, but the ref was behind him and couldn't see it, but that's life. Fulkerson in for the Tigers.
We've already had more scoring in the first. We haven't even played 2 minutes here in the third quarter than we had just about the entire second quarter, Marty.
But actually, we did. It was 8-5 Tigers second quarter. It's 9-5 Tigers here in the third. In 1 minute and 53 seconds.
Sometimes that's what a little rest and a few adjustments will do at halftime. Come back out the second half with some ideas in mind that you want to exploit, and both teams have been successful with what they've chosen to do.
Gingler at the line to try to finish the three-point play here. He got the bucket and drew the foul. It's 3 team fouls on the Tigers. Rebound by the Tigers. It's either on Gangler or Gartner. On Trevor Gartner. Should be his second. Tigers with the ball. Plastic controls. Double team. Spins out. Gets it over to Dan Jack. To Meston. To Salkich. Tried to feed back. Fulkerson got in there. I don't know if it was intended for him, but he ended up with the ball.
Yorkville staying with this trapping defense.
Salkich to Jack, put it on the floor, lost the hander. Keller came up with it. Gartner on Salkich. I don't know if these refs understand actually what charging is, because Salkich looks like he definitely jumped in as Gartner was driving.
And that's going to cause Trevor probably to take a seat. That's his third.
Jim Ward in the ballgame for the Foxes.
See, Yorkville may go back man-to-man now without Trevor Gardner up there on the point. Yeah, they're going to pick up man-to-man.
Classic driving on Gangler, throws it up left-handed. Jack keeps it alive. Nauman runs it down, gets it to Keller. Keller's thought about the three, shoots from the free throw line. Pat Keller. And 10.
He shoots very well off the dribble, Marty, and he likes going to the left there with the left-hand dribble and taking that shot.
30-29. Tigers lead the Foxes. 5:05 to go, third quarter. Selkich fires up a three, can't get it. Nauman with the rebound. Gets it to Keller. Keller for three. Too strong. Schaefer tips it. Selkich comes out of it with it. 2-on-3. Gets the place to Meston. Nice passing by the Tigers there to get the bucket.
Good fast break basket. Good execution.
32-29. Tigers on top of Yorkville by 3. 4:34 to go, third quarter. Gangler drives. Throws it up. Schaefer tip. Gets the tip. Mike Schaefer, left-handed tip.
Nice job by Mike going to the glass. Good left hand.
32-31 Tigers. Yeah, Tigers have hit 4 baskets here in the second half. 3 of them have been threes, so that's what's got them on top here. Lacey trying to take Gangler. Selkich driving. Goes up left-handed. Got the foul. Mike Schaefer on the foul. Selkich shaking up on Schaefer's foul. The 42, Greg Johnson checks in for the Foxes. Saw some good sportsmanship there by Mike Schaefer. Went over there and
He didn't really mean, you know, he went to try to block the shot, and I mean, those things can happen.
He just got his head in the way, and it's, you know. First one by Selkich is good. He's 3 out of 3 from the line tonight. Actually, he's the only Tiger that's made it to the free throw line tonight so far. Second one's good. Princeton extends 34-31. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Keller to Nauman for the Foxes, over to Gangler. Gangler tries to drive, gets it back to Johnson. Gangler top of the key. Trying to find somebody open, gets it to Keller. Keller trying to take Plasek off the dribble. Gets by him, goes up strong, dumps it to Schaefer, foul before the shot. Oh, the Tigers are sure well coached at taking the flop after they get the hit. They've been getting some of them, though, so it's working. Dan Jack back in the game for the Tigers.
Pat Keller has a little height advantage and much stronger than Brian Plasek, and he can really take him about whenever he wants to.
Schaefer slapped away by Selkich. Selkich to Dickinson, back to Plasek to Selkich. Dumps it into Jack. Schaefer on him. Late call. The ball is already off the rim, and the ref finally decides to call the foul on Schaefer. And Dan Jack somehow go to the free throw line for 2. (34-31 Tigers). 3:16 to go, third quarter.
So the Tigers have been making their free throws. Marty and the Foxes, I believe, are only like 2 out of 6 or so.
Yeah, Tigers are 5 out of 5 at this point. Yorkville's only made 1. Tigers perfect at the free throw line.
Well, there's a difference right now. They're 6 out of 6, and Yorkville's 1 out of 6.
Yep. 35-31 Tigers. Nearing 3 minutes to go, third quarter, with the Plano Sectional Championship game here. Schaefer back on top to Gangler. Back to Keller. Keller's got Dickinson on him now. Let's see if maybe he can slow him down. Gangler shoots. Can't get the roll. Johnson kept it alive. Schaefer hits it. Jake Nauman puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Nauman with the rebound. Fouled by Dan Jack over the back.
Good effort by the Foxes on the board there. They needed that.
Nauman got slammed in the eye again, but he'll go to the line to shoot two.
We need to start making these free throws, Marty, and here's a chance to get this free throw shooting on track.
Fox is really struggling at the free throw line. That was the third foul on Jack to help to sit him down for a while. Nauman's second attempt coming up. Princeton by 5, 36-31. Second one. Finally, they make a free throw here, 36-32, 2:44 to go, third quarter. Tigers with the ball. Nauman on Salkic, takes him to baseline. Schaefer affected a shot, can't get the second one to fall.
Good effort there by Salkic. Stayed with that the third time.
Yeah, third time was the charm, and he put it back. That's Keller tried to fire to Johnson too hard. Fox is coming unglued here a little. They're going to need a stop. Chris Nelson calls timeout. And with 2:18 to go in the third quarter, Princeton leads Yorkville 38-32. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
You're watching the new TV 53, local programming for Plano, Sandwich, and Yorkville. You want high school football? We've got it. You want boys basketball? We've got it. What about girls basketball? We've got that, too. Tune in for our home show to see hundreds of listings, your cable TV guide to Fox Valley real estate. Need a new or used car? Check out our car and truck show to see hundreds of vehicles. We can even air business or classified ads on our message board. All right here on the new TV 53.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports, 38-32. Princeton leads Yorkville, 2:18 to go, third quarter.
Well, we're at a point right now where the Foxes down 6. Need a stop here, Marty.
They need to stop and to get some offense going back the other way. Classic with the ball to Dickinson, to Salkic. Tigers with the ball. That's number 25, Izabegovic. Dumps it into Plastic. Throws up a wild shot. Schaefer with the rebound. Gangler was out of bounds. Came back in, got the ball. I guess they said his foot was still on the line. The call is certainly not going the Foxes' way tonight, but I mean, good or bad, you got to play the game and take what you get. And tried to go into Meston. Ref calls the ball off the Tigers. Foxes get it back. 22 Doachman in the game for Yorkville. Keller brings it up. Yorkville down 6 and a Doachman in the corner. He goes baseline, drives, dumps it to Schaefer. Slapped out of his hand, but a foul. Foul's on Izabegovic. That's 6. Even though Yorkville can't take advantage so far, they're going to have to start making these free throws.
Yeah, it's going to be important. They've already lost, 2 points at the line, and they can't afford to keep losing points at the line when they take advantage of the opportunities.
Schaefer misses. They've held Mike Schaefer to 8 points thus far at this point in the game, and as you know from all them regional and sectional games, he was scoring about 20 a game, and no good. Rebound by Dickinson. They're running. Nauman slows them up. That's That's 2 out of 9 for the Foxes at the line tonight. Tigers with the ball with a 6-point lead. 38-32, 1:25 to go.
Travel.
Brad Plasek with the travel. He got caught in the lane, nowhere to go. Pat Keller brings it up, 1:20 to go, third quarter. Yorkville still only trails by 6, so they're still here. Keller, Plastic jumped in front of Keller and took the flop, and he didn't get it that time. That was a definite blocking foul on the Tigers.
As you mentioned, Marty, they've been doing a lot of that, trying to draw the calls, and they've gotten a couple of them.
It should put them to the line there.
That's going to be a 1-and-1 for Pat Keller. That will cut down a little bit on that flop, and when the other team's in the bonus.
Yeah, and here's the guy that's got to shake this 2-for-9 doldrums for the Foxes at the line. I mean, Keller's usually pretty reliable at the free throw line, and if he can hit these two, misses the front end. That's 20% they're shooting tonight, 2 out of 10. Salkich with the ball. Nearing a minute to go, third quarter. Dickinson hounded by Keller. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Princeton by 6. Salkich for 3. Can't get it to fall. Keller dives on the floor. Messon, Keller, jump ball call. Alternating possession to Princeton. Good hustle by Pat Keller. At least even come up with the tie up there.
Again, the Foxes are in a drought spell here, Marty. They haven't scored for quite a while. Been stuck on 32 for a while.
Tigers to inbound. Vlasic looking for somewhere to go. Gets it to Dickinson. 45 seconds to go. Pulls it back out. Keller on Dickinson. Over to Salkich. Now that's Izabegovic. Tries to drive on Gangler. To Vlasic. Fakes the 3. Dumps it into Salkich. Salkich gets the roll. That's 9 in the third quarter for Salkich. Puts Princeton up by 8. 20 seconds to go, third quarter. Coachman on top for Yorkville. Swings over to Keller for 3. Too strong. Rebound by Meston, but he travels. Yorkville needs a bucket here in the last 9 seconds to get it back within 6.
They do, Marty. They need one bad. They are going to have the ball to start the fourth quarter. It's going to be their possession, so if they can get a basket here and then get a basket in the first possession of the fourth quarter, they're right back in it.
Keller out to Gangler for 3. Can't get it to fall. Schaefer tips it, tries to keep it alive. Rebound by the Tigers. 2 seconds to go. Izabegovic throws it up off the glass, no good. And at the end of 3 quarters, Princeton leads Yorkville 40-32. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
Yes, you can have a perfect portrait, but it takes a little planning and a visit to the Village Photographer on Lake Street in Aurora. With 25 years of experience in the Fox Valley, our staff knows how to help our subjects strike a beautiful pose to set the mood for any occasion. And we use Kodak film as well as large format cameras to ensure the highest quality for your completed album. Scheduling is easy too, as weekend and evening appointments are available. Call us today at 896-3542.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. I'm Marty Muggs along with Gary Vance. We're at the Plano Sectional Championship here tonight. 40-32 Princeton by 8. Got 8 minutes left if you're Yorkville. You got to pull something out here.
Well, they need to get hot, no doubt about that, Marty. They started out the third quarter good, but they haven't scored for about the last 3 minutes. So Foxes are going to have to come up with a big quarter here. 8 minutes of basketball left in their season, unless they can pull this baby out.
They were 4 out of 8 from three-point land in the first half, and they haven't hit one yet in the third quarter. Keller with classic on him. Nowman back to Keller, to Gangler. Fakes the 3, goes in. Can't get it to fall. Jack pulls down the rebound. Coach Classic telling him to slow it down. Run their play. They're up 8 with the ball. Classic drives, kicks it to Dickinson. to Salkich. Goes up, shoots. 19 for Merza Salkich tonight, and they just can't do nothing with him. His quickness is too much for anybody with his height to guard him, and he's been hitting his shots. Now I'm back to Plastic, fouled by Gangler.
Well, the Foxes are at the crossroads here, Marty. They haven't started this quarter well. Down 10, Princeton's ball, and 7 minutes and 12 seconds to play here.
It's a 15 foul on the Foxes. Tigers have 7. Get it into Plastic. Double team. They have to call a timeout. And with timeout on the floor, Princeton leads Yorkville 42-32. 7:05 to go in the ball game. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
Since 1914, Olson Roofing Company of Aurora has installed, repaired, and maintained thousands of commercial and industrial rooftops in the Fox Valley. No matter how big or how small the business, the Olson Roofing Specialist can provide full service to any size building. Located on South Lake Street, Olson Roofing is a proud supporter of high school sports in the Fox Valley and the surrounding area. Your friend and neighbor celebrating 80 years in the roofing business. Call us at 892-0449.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. I'm Marty Munz with Gary Vansel. Like you said, Gary, Yorkville's at the crossroads here, and they're down 10, 7:05 to go in the game.
They have a lot of three-point shooters, Marty, that are very capable, so, you know, if they could hit a couple threes, that can get them back in the game in a hurry.
They just need a spark. I mean, 7 minutes is a lot of time in basketball. They just,
there's over and back.
And there's one right there. Dan Jack threw it back to Plastic for an over and back call. Yorkville with the ball, got a chance to capitalize on that mistake, and that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to start hitting free throws. Plastic intercepts the pass, gets it to Meston. Nauman cuts him off. Keller steals that pass.
Good hustle by Pat Keller.
Keller tries to kick it to Gartner, loses the handle, off the Tigers. Foxes retain possession.
Hardly getting a shot here this quarter, Marty. The Foxes have had the ball. This is, I think, their 4th possession, and they really only had one shot, and that was in heavy traffic.
One shot, no points.
Tigers have gone to a trap, but
Gangler drives, cut off by Dickinson, back out to Nauman. He drives, fires a pass to Gartner, goes in glass. Nice pass by Jake Nauman to Trevor Gartner for the bucket.
Good penetration, set it up.
And there's a... Dickinson tries to save it. Gartner tried to save it. Ball ends up back in Meston's hands, and Tigers have it. Yorkville down 8, 42-34. 6:15 to go in the game. Meston to Salkich in the corner. Drives on Nauman, goes up and shoots. Meston runs it down, another offensive board. Salkich shoots again. Misses everything. Schaefer with the rebound. He'll go to the line. Salkich a little out of control. They're firing up shots with people on him, and
I'm sure with an 8-point lead, that wasn't exactly what Coach Classic would want him to do, although he had a very good third quarter, and he probably feels like things are going his way, but he forced a couple right there.
Yep, number 23, Bickerman in for Jack. Schaefer to the line.
That was
one plus the bonus, but here's where they got to start hitting some free throws.
Mike's been a little strong all night on the free throws.
There he goes, gets the roll. The rest of the early game doesn't matter now. Now you got to hit your free throws and try and keep your team close down the stretch. Yorkville down 7. Schaefer's second is short. Rebound to the Tigers. Dickinson with the ball, gets it out to Plasik. 5:50 to go in the game. 42-35, Princeton leads Yorkville. To Salkich, looking for the screen. It's a Plasik for 3. Brian Plasik has 3 buckets in the second half, all trays.
That's that same little play he had early in the start the second half.
Tigers back up 10, 45-35. Nauman with the ball to Schaefer. Out on top to Keller. To Gangler in the corner. Back out to Nauman. He drives to pass to Schaefer, shoots. Can't get it to fall. Salkich with the rebound. Stripped away by Keller. Got a foul. That's only the 6th team on Yorkville. Tigers get the ball. Up by 10.
Princeton will be in the bonus from here on out.
And they've been doing a much better job at the free throw line, so definitely the advantage is riding here with Princeton. And unless Yorkville could somehow get the momentum switched back to them. Princeton is content to run a little clock on each possession. Classic was stripped from behind. Keller got his hand in, slaps it away from the back end. Player down on the court. It's number 5, Brian Classic, holding his leg. I think he's holding his thigh. I think he's got kicked in the thigh or something. I don't know, so it's not an ankle.
I better hope it's a thigh injury and not a knee injury.
And with an injury break on the floor, 4:42 to go in the ballgame. Princeton leads Yorkville 45-35. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
Your Farmers Insurance Group agent in downtown Plano is George Ando. For the past 20 years, George has been the man to see for your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, annuities, and business insurance. For your convenience, a full office staff is always on hand to serve you. George Ando, your Farmers Insurance Group agent, is located on 14 West Main Street in downtown Plano, open 8 till 5 Monday through Friday, and 9 till noon on Saturdays. Call 552-7611.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. Brian Place is back on his feet, walking over to the bench. He's walking okay. It looks like some kind of thigh injury or a kick to the thigh or a Charlie horse. He's heading off the court. He leaves his team up by 10. 4:42 to go in the game.
Princeton will probably want to go into some delay, Marty, as we get a little, we're down to the 4:42 mark, and of course Brian Plasic really is kind of their floor general. So, but the big thing is they have Salkich. He can probably go out on the floor and do that. He's big and strong and very, very agile and very quick. So, it may not be a factor depending on how tired really Salkich is. He's played the whole ball game.
Yeah, Plasic hasn't left. He's just walking up and down the sideline trying to walk it off. Gangler with the ball for the Foxes. Foxes trail by 10. 4:36 to go in the game. Jim Ward in for Yorkville. Back to Ward for 3. Short. Rebound. Gartner tried to keep it alive. I think they got him on the foul. And that'll send the Tigers to the line for the 1-and-1. The 23, Bickerman, will go to the line for his first attempts tonight. 4:28 to go. I think we're going to be at the line a lot here these last 4 minutes.
Yeah, they probably will be, and they've shot the ball pretty well at the free throw line thus far.
Yeah, they haven't missed yet, and I guess it's about as good as you can shoot them, Gary. Hey, they missed one. Mike Schaefer strong. Salkich picks up the foul. I mean, he's good, not that good, though, to get around a wide body like Schaefer. He tried to go over his back, and that's his third, sends Schaefer back to the line.
That's not what Princeton wants to do with a 10-point lead.
If they could somehow get one more quick one on Salkich here, and that could kind of quiet him down a little bit. Schaefer to shoot one plus the penalty. Big free throw there by Mike Schaefer. Schaefer's hit his last 2, so. 45-36. Princeton by 9. 4:27 to go in the game. Schaefer's second one bounces long. Keller gets the offensive board. Keller for 3. Rebound by Meston. Scramble on the floor. Schaefer with the ball.
Timeout. Nice.
Mike Schaefer went to the floor, got the ball, called timeout.
Heads up.
And with 4:18 to go in the ball game, Princeton leads Yorkville 45-36. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
Trevor's accounting firm gave him vacation time. Guess where we're going? A big, flashy, expensive resort. And guess where else we're going? Theme parks, where people dress up as rodents. And guess what we're taking? Credit cards. And guess who we're bringing? Mother.
There is an affordable alternative. The sugar white beaches and emerald green water of Destin and Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Even the phone number is toll-free.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. Well, Gary, you got down 9, 4 minutes to go. You got to step it up a bit here.
You need to score on just about every possession, Marty, and Foxes have struggled. They came out okay to start the second half. Had 3 baskets early, and since then it's been a chore, really, but there's still time, as you mentioned.
Brian Placek checks back in for the Tigers. Good to see he wasn't seriously hurt. Jim Moore in the corner to Schaefer. Long pass to Keller and to Gartner. Turns, slapped away. Gartner gets it back to Keller. Swing it back to Keller. Gingler for 3. Count it. Got Gingler.
Yeah,
Gingler at 6 all in the second half. 45-39.
That's a start.
Placek dribbles it off his foot. Yorkville fans go wild here. They're only down 6 with 3:48 to go. Gangler with the ball, drives, kicks it in the corner to Ward. His 3 in and out. Gartner right there for the offensive stick pass. Trevor Gartner. And we got another timeout on the floor. The score, Princeton 45, Yorkville 41. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
Your Farmers Insurance Group agent in downtown Plano is George Ando. For the past 20 years, George has been the man to see for your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, annuities, and business insurance. For your convenience, a full office staff is always on hand to serve you. George Ando, your Farmers Insurance Group agent, is located on 14 West Main Street in downtown Plano, open 8 till 5 Monday through Friday, and 9 till noon on Saturdays. Call 552-7611.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. I'm Marty Muzz with Gary Vansel. 3:39 to go in the game. Yorkville's fought back to within 4.
Changed in a hurry, Marty.
Changes in a hurry.
Big 3 by Scott Gingler, and then the turnover and the stick back by Trevor Gartner.
Tigers with the ball, up by 4. Placek trying to look for somewhere to go, gets it Dickinson. Brings it across the timeline for Placek. Gangler on him. Cuts him off, goes to Meston. To Dan Jack. To Placek, looking to go into Salkage. Slapped away by Keller. Maintains possession. Placek for 3, too strong. Schaefer went up, cleared the glass. Every possession's big now. I mean, it's kind of a cliche, but basically now you want to at least get a good look at the basket and a good shot. Keller looking to go into Gartner. Got her by Salkage. Gangler into Schaefer. Little right-handed hook. Gets the roll. Mike Schaefer. That's 12 tonight for Schaefer. He's heating up a little bit. Princeton by 2. Gets it to Salkage. To Dickinson. Placek looking over to coach, see what kind of play he wants to run here. 2:40 to go in the game. 45-43 Princeton. They go into Jack. Schaefer on him. Right-handed hook. No good. Schaefer cleans the glass again. Ain't over till it's over. Yorkville only down 2. Keller fouled by Placek. Keller to the line.
The last couple times down, the Tigers haven't been able to get Salkage a shot. They got it into him. The Foxes collapsed on him in a hurry. I'm sure he's the guy in the clutch that they wanted to have take the shot for him, but Yorkville's been on him pretty tough, Marty.
Yeah, they've held him to 1 basket in the 4th quarter so far. Keller for the 1-and-1. Big clutch free throw there by Pat Keller. This free throw could tie the game with 2:25 to go.
Well, they had a 10-point lead, and that 10-point lead's going to be gone here if he makes it.
Well, 10-point down to 1. Yorkville definitely right back in the game. Classic dribbles out of trouble. Yeah, how funny, how fast things can change. Classic hounded by Keller. We get Keller on the foul. Classic to the line for the 1-and-1. Brian Plassick has 11 points tonight, second leading scorer for Princeton behind Salkage. And he probably plays with a lot of pressure being a coach's kid. Misses the free throw. Keller runs it down.
Big miss there.
2:05 to go in the game. Yorkville trails by 1. Keller fakes the 3. Smart play by Pat Keller. He just didn't feel comfortable with it and pulled it back. Gangler with the ball. Gets it back to Keller. 1:45 to go in the game. Yorkville trails by 1, 45-44. Keller dribbles around Jack. Goes baseline on Meston. Short. Kept it alive. Gangler gets it back. Yorkville hustling on the offensive end there. All game it's been Princeton. Gartner goes in. Lays it up. Schaefer tips it. Gets it the ball. Oh! And Schaefer's down, but oh man, what a tip. He needed every inch of his 6'5" frame to get his fingers on the ball and direct it back to the rim. We'll keep it here for a minute. Yorkville on top by 1, 46-45. Schaefer gets a big hand from the crowd. He's still got to go to the line, I think, and shoot a free throw.
No, I don't think he was fouled, was he? I don't think it's a foul. I think it just got the tip in, but he was off balance. An acrobatic tip in by Mike.
Yeah, you're right. No free throw on it, but Yorkville does take the lead back. That's 14 tonight for Schaefer. Again, he leads the Foxes. 1:21 to go in the game. We got a barn burner here.
Looks like we're going to have to stand the rest of the way here, Marty, to be able to see.
Yeah, that's when you get to the sectional final, I guess anything goes here. Classic inbounds to Salkage. That's a Classic. 1:15 to go. To Salkage, he stops, dumps it inside to Meston. 1:07 to go. Princeton trails Yorkville by 1. Jack back out on top to Salkage. Looking over to coach to see what play to run. 55 seconds to go. Gangler on Classic. Kicks it out to Meston. Jack at the free throw line goes into Salkage. Gets the basket and draws the foul.
Good execution. They did exactly what they wanted to do. Post Salkage up right in the middle of the lane and dumped down to him against a smaller man and took it to the basket.
Yeah, they were patient. They waited. They worked to get that play going and puts Princeton back up by 1, 47-46. Salk a perfect 4 out of 4 from the line tonight. To put Tigers up by 2. It does. 48-46, 45 seconds to go in the game. 40 seconds left. Keller with the ball. Fakes the 3 to Nauman. Out on top to Gangler. 35 seconds left. Gangler drives. Goes around Jack. Tries to reverse, but draws the foul. But now he's got to hit his free throws.
27.2 to play. Princeton by 2, and Scott Gangler is going to be shooting 2.
Dan Jack is fouled out of the ball game. If this one happens to go to overtime, that's a lot of sides out of your lineup.
Yeah, he would be missed if there was extra time.
And we got a timeout on the floor with 27.2 seconds left. Princeton leads 46-45. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
Since 1914, Olson Roofing Company of Aurora has installed, repaired, and maintained thousands of commercial and industrial rooftops in the Fox Valley. No matter how big or how small the business, the Olson Roofing Specialist can provide full service to any size building. Located on South Lake Street, Olson Roofing is a proud supporter of high school sports in the Fox Valley and the surrounding area. your friend and neighbor celebrating 80 years in the roofing business. Call us at 892-0449.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. I'm Marty Muggs with Gary Vansel. Just keeps getting better and better every step you go in this tournament.
Well, the heat is on right now, Marty, no doubt about that, with a 2-point basketball game, 27.2 to play. Princeton leading here, 48-46. Scott Gingler at the line to shoot 2.
And you don't think Gingler's got some pressure on him here? This could tie the game. If he ties the game, obviously the Tigers probably hold for one last shot.
Nothing but net.
He drains the first one. Yeah, clutch free throw there by Gingler. He needs this one now to tie the game.
2 big ones.
2 clutch big ones. Princeton with the ball. 27 seconds to go. The game's tied at 48. Salkin double teamed in the corner. Meston with it. All alone. Gartner falls on him before the shot.
Izabigovich is going to go to the line, I think, for 2, Marty.
He hasn't been to the line all night, so if you got to foul a guy, I guess that's one you want to pick.
I think Gardner just fouled out.
Gardner's out of the game. But with 19 seconds left, and if you go down 2, you're going to obviously need some shooters in there.
I would imagine we'll see, possibly see Jim Ward here.
Yeah. Boy, both teams have really put their heart on the floor tonight. This has been a great one. Can't get much closer than this. And Coach Nelson's going to decide to try to ice the shooter, and with timeout on the floor and 19 seconds to go in the ball game. The score, Princeton 48, Yorkville 48. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
When you need flowers, stop into the Flower Basket on Jericho Road in Aurora for friendly personal service. We specialize in beautiful floral arrangements, lush green plants, gourmet baskets, balloons, and silk designs. Our professional staff will help you select your bridal flowers with a Friday preview for your final approval the day before your wedding. We also make house calls for party ideas and decorating. All major credit cards are welcome, and for your convenience, we're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. Well, Yorkville's come out in the fourth quarter, outscored the Tigers 16-8. They're right back in it. We got a tie ball game.
Well, they've really done a great job here the last just under 4 minutes to go, and they were down, I think, 9 or 10, Marty. They've done a great job of coming back. We're going to get the ball back, hopefully at least once more here.
Yeah, a lot of lesser teams would have folded then. Everything was going against you. Princeton fans were in it. You were up 10. Everything was going your way, and boom.
Here's a young man from Bosnia at the line.
There's the Begovic, first one. It's 8 out of 9 for the Tigers from the line tonight. They're doing the job there. Second free throw. Rims around, gets the roll. Princeton 50, Yorkville 48. 19.3 seconds. They shouldn't start the clock on a made free throw, should they?
They haven't.
Because I think there was 19.7.
Plenty of timer.
4-10 isn't going to matter. Keller tries to drive, pulls it back out. Meston on him. They got a bigger player on Keller out here. I don't know if that's by design. Keller goes glass, gets it to fall. Pat Keller ties the ball game at 4 seconds. Got a timeout by Princeton. 50 to 50. 3.7 seconds to go in the game. Don't go away. Back after this on TV 53 Sports. Woo!
Yes, you can have a perfect portrait, but it takes a little planning and a visit to the Village Photographer on Lake Street in Aurora. With 25 years of experience in the Fox Valley, our staff knows how to help our subjects strike a beautiful pose to set the mood for any occasion. And we use Kodak film as well as large format cameras to ensure the highest quality for your completed album. Scheduling is easy too, as weekend and evening appointments are available. Call us today at 896-3542.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. Well, Gary, here we go.
That was a great drive by Pat Keller in heavy traffic. I know the officials like to let the players decide the game, and they really didn't want to make a call there. He made a heck of a shot to get that ball down, and Princeton let a couple seconds get away from him there before they got the timeout called. 3.7 isn't a lot of time, depending on whether they can make a half-court pass or not. I know Yorkville would like to see the ball come in short and not let them throw the ball up to half-court, keep the ball in front of them here.
Yep. Here we go. 3.7 seconds to go, and obviously you know who they're going to try and get it to.
Well, I'm sure they would like to break Salkic deep if they couldn't get it to him.
He's got 22 points in the game, and he's obviously been their hot shooter. I'd let him throw it in short. There they go. Clock's running. 2.5 to go. Salkic fires from three. In and out. No good. We're going to overtime. At the end of regulation, it's 50-50.
Nice play. They executed well. Got Salkic on the move up here at midcourt, and he got a decent look. Almost made it.
Last time I saw him, he was breaking under there, and he must have just went right up that sideline.
Very good play. Threw it in short, but then hit him right away on the move, and he got a good look at the basket. Almost made it. We've got OT here. What a game.
We're going to take a short timeout. Be back after this on TV 53 Sports.
Are you getting married? Do you know somebody getting married? Preserve those precious moments forever on videotape and have Video Perfection record your special day. We start with pictures of the bride and groom growing up, followed by the entire ceremony and all the highlights of your reception. We even include your honeymoon pictures. And if you book with us now, we'll give you our special 90-minute wedding video planner absolutely free. That's a $40 value free. Call Video Perfection at 892-1648 and let the memories begin.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports, 50-50, 4-minute overtime.
Both teams will be without one of their starters. Princeton without Dan Jack, and the Foxes without Trevor Gardner are both fouled out of the ball game tonight.
Two big guys on the bench. Yorkville outscored Princeton 18-10 in the fourth quarter, and pull a nice comeback back, and most people probably counted them out. And here we go for 4 minutes. Schaefer and Salkic for the jump. Tipped around, Keller controls. Went up and down, didn't get the call. Slapped from behind by Izabegovic. And must have went off Pat Keller somehow, but Tigers with the ball. Almost stolen by Schaefer. Classic to Dickinson. Classic setting the offense. Gangler hounding him. Fakes the shot. Izabegovic goes up, dumps it in. Travel call on the Tigers. Yorkville gets the ball back. 3:37 to go in OT. Foxes control the ball. Pat Keller with the ball. Gangler fakes the drive to Ward. Looks in for Schaefer. Nothing there. Back out to Keller. Keller fakes. Meston goes up high. Can't get the roll. Two players collide. And Gangler has picked up his fourth. And they'll go back to the free throw line.
Well, Scott was going for a loose ball there, but can ill afford to lose him here.
Brandon Dickinson, who hit a three early in the game, he's been scoreless since. But he'll get the 1-and-1, try to put his team back on top. Gets it.
Well,
What a ball game.
They've been deadly from the line.
They've only missed once tonight. It's just been uncanny how many they've made. So 11 out of 12. What kind of percent's that? About 95%?
That's good in anybody's book.
52-50. Princeton leads Yorkville. They go into Schaefer. He gets free and puts it in.
for Princeton misses Dan Jack right there.
That's 16. That was a good call by Coach Nelson. They know that they really don't have anybody to put on Schaefer. Salkich falls to the floor, has to call timeout before risking a travel. And with 2:55 to go into OT, the score is tied at 52. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
This is the home of good time rock and roll oldies. Pure Gold 96. We play the best oldies, which means the best music.
We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. What you want, baby, I got. Well, the rain exploded with a mighty crash. There's not another living soul.
Pure Gold 96. Where the difference is the music.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. I'm Marty Munz along with Gary Vansel. Nearing the end of the season, every game just gets better and better and better. And
That's been a good ball game. Both teams fighting for their lives here. Try to advance to super sectional play on Tuesday in DeKalb.
Classic to inbound over by the hostile Foxes crowd there. Certainly not hearing any kind remarks, I'm sure. Nowhere to go, gets it in Izabegovic. Brings it across on Ward, over to Dickinson. Nauman cut him off, places to set the offense for the Tigers. 2:40 to go. Dickinson out to Salkich. Fakes on Nauman. Back to Dickinson for three. Brandon Dickinson has all 5 for the Tigers here in the OT. Princeton by 3, 55-52. Keller fakes the 3, goes around 2 Tigers. Shoots, no good. Nauman with the offensive board. Back to Ward. To Keller in the corner. Into Schaefer. Shoots from 8, gets it. So Dickinson has all 5 for the Tigers. Schaefer has all 4 for the Foxes here in overtime. 55-54. 2 minutes to go. Almost a steal. They get Gingler, and he's gone. Nope. They got Pat Keller on that one, so Gingler's still okay. Back to the free throw line. And guess what, Gary? This is the only guy that's missed a free throw tonight. He's missed his only attempt, so. 55-54, Princeton over Yorkville. 1:58 to go in the game. 13 out of 14. Second one by Plastic. Rims out. Schaefer controls the rebound. Princeton by 2, 56-54, 1:53 to go in OT. Jim Ward with the ball for Yorkville. Back to Keller. To Gangler for 3. Short. Keller gets in there. Nauman comes up with it. Saves it. Got a traveling call on Salkich. Back to Yorkville. Ooh. Yorkville looking to run their inbound play.
Sure, they'd like to get Pat Keller as they did earlier in the game coming off the screen over here.
Yeah, he got it out to Gangler, got the ball right back, but he's double teamed. Out to Gangler. Over to Ward. Back to Gangler, 1:30 to go in the game. Keller drives, kicks it back to Gangler. To Ward. Back out to Gangler, 1:22 to go. Goes into Schaefer. Spin move. Salkich tried to block it. Off of Princeton. Off of Princeton. Foxes get it back. 1:16 to go. Yorkville living on the edge here. They can't get the ball, but they're getting the ball back. Aaron pass. Gangler runs it down. He's quickly double teamed. Nowhere to go. Calls timeout. And with timeout on the floor, 1:09 to go in overtime. Princeton leads Yorkville 56-54. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
You're watching the new TV 53, local programming for Plano, Sandwich, and Yorkville. You want high school football? We've got it. You want boys basketball? We've got it. What about girls basketball? We've got that, too. Tune in for our home show to see hundreds of listings, your cable TV guide to Fox Valley real estate. Need a new or used car? Check out our car and truck show to see hundreds of vehicles. We can even air business or classified ads on our message board. All right here on the new TV 53.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. We're in overtime at the Plano Sectional Finals here. 56-54 Princeton.
Heck of a game. Yorkville down 2 here, 1:09 to go, Marty. Big possession for the Foxes.
And the Foxes control the ball. 1:08 and running here in overtime. Keller for 3. They left him open. Keller makes him pay.
Ice water.
Defender was a step off him. Didn't think he'd ever try to just fire up a 3, and Keller burned him. And he drained that 3, no doubt about that one. That's Pat's third 3 of the night. 57-56, Yorkville on top. Under a minute to go, 55 seconds. Dickinson with the ball to Izabegovic. Gets it back to Plastic to run the offense. 45 seconds to go. Yorkville on top by 1. Plastic drives, throws it up underneath, and draws the foul. 34, Jake Nauman on the foul. Plastic's only 1 out of 3 from the line, so if you want to foul anybody, that's the guy, at least tonight. Yorkville by 1, 41 seconds to go in the game. Plastic hits his first one to tie it at 57 apiece. Plastic with 11 in the second half.
2 big ones there.
Buries them both. Princeton back up by 1.
Another big possession.
Keller with the ball. 35 seconds to go in OT. Down to 30 seconds. Gangler with the ball goes into Schaefer. On Salkic. Nauman with a big offensive board. Keller back with it. 22 seconds to go. Keller in the corner. Back to Keller. Goes into Nauman. Double team. Gets it to Schaefer. Goes up strong. He's fouled. They got to call that one.
That's got to be on Salkic.
Salkic got away with one earlier, and that's his 4th. Schaefer goes to the line to shoot 2. Princeton clinging to a 1-point lead. Schaefer only 2 out of 6 from the line tonight, but those will all be forgotten if he can hit these 2 and help his team to a victory. Crowd stepping up his noise here. Schaefer takes his time. His first one is good.
Nothing but net.
And that ties it at 58 apiece, 15 seconds to go. I think I said something about double OT about a minute ago, and I was just kidding, but as long as they can play, we can talk about it. Second one by Schaefer, no good. 15 seconds to go. Dickinson with the ball. Gangler up behind him, couldn't get him. Plastic with it, 9 seconds left. Down to 8, 7. Plastic drives, kicks it to Izabegovic. He fires. Short. Schaefer with the rebound. 1 second left. No good.
There we go.
Am I a prophet or what? We're going to double OT. 58 apiece. Don't go away. We got to take a break. Back after this on TV 53 Sports. Now you're supposed to keep score on this. And we're back on TV 53 Sports. Marty Muggs with Gary Vansel. We're in Plano, the sectional finals. couldn't get any better than this. 58 apiece. We're going to second overtime.
Well, both teams are just giving it their all, Marty, and it's a great tribute to both squads to hang in there and battle. And it's too bad somebody's not going to get to advance, as they both are very deserving with the effort that they've given here tonight.
Yes. Foul trouble for Tigers is Salkich with 4 for the Foxes. Gangler has 4. Salkich controls the Meston for the Tigers. We're in our second OT here. Tigers certainly have the advantage at the free throw line if it ends up that. Salkich drives. Mirza Salkich opens the scoring in the second OT. 60-58 Princeton. Keller with the ball. Now, if they've switched number 40, Brian Meston, on to Keller here in the fourth quarter in the OTs. Dickinson steps in, intercepts. Every possession, obviously real big here in OT. I mean in double OT. Goes inside. Offensive foul on the Tigers. Number 23, Bickerman. Used his arm to clear out.
Good call.
That's a big call. Fox has got Ward, Keller, Schaefer, Nauman, and Gangler. They're starters except for Gartner, who fouled out. Gangler open, looking to go into Nauman. They're trying to take it right to Selkich.
Yeah. Selkich really didn't offer any kind of defense on that.
Yep, very, very good coaching call there. Go right to him. You saw Schaefer come back down court and tell Keller what coach wanted to do, and they went right to it, tied the game at 60. Plastic to Dickinson. To Bickerman. Back to Plastic. To Salkich. Drives on Nauman. Goes glass. Can't get it to fall. Schaefer cleans the boards again.
Let's see if they go back to Jake Nauman there. That's who Salkich has man-to-man. Jake's a good driver.
And you just can't let him go in every time. You got to play D on him. Salkich trying to front him. They go to Nauman. He drives, lays it underhand to Schaefer. Can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound. Can't get that one to fall.
Oh, boy.
Fox has had 2 chances. Schaefer slams Plastic to the floor. Plastic to the line.
Missed a golden opportunity there. We had 2 chances at that one.
2 chances from in close, just couldn't get it to fall. 60-60, 2:16 to go in double overtime. Plastic 3 out of 4 from the line tonight. (60-60). Yorkville fans try to make a little noise here. Puts Princeton up by 1. Boy, other than that 10-point spurt Princeton ran out to, like in the third quarter, early fourth, it's been close all the way. Classic clutch free throws. Princeton up by 2, 62-60, 2:15 to go.
Another big possession here.
Keller to Gangler, trying to go into Nauman again. They switch, knows Princeton switch defense. Gangler drives, scramble on the floor. Nauman strips it back. Gangler comes up to it. You know, so they got a different guy on Jake Nauman now to try and Keller stripped. No foul, but Princeton kicking the ball. Yorkville keeps the ball at 1:55 to go. They got number 40, Meston, on Nauman. Stripped away. Keller saves it. Out to Gangler. They got the big Nauman turns and shoots. Puts it down. Tough turnaround by Jake Nauman. And he's got all 4 for Yorkville in double OT, 62 apiece. They got Salkich on guard Schaefer on defense. Yorkville notices that. I'm sure they'll be going back to that next time down. 1:25 to go, 62 apiece. We're in double overtime here. Classic drives on Gangler.
Oh, that's going to be all for Scott Gangler.
Well, that was a cheap one to foul out on. Classic back to the line. For the 1-on-1. Peter Dochman will check in and take Gangwood's place. Gangwood played a great game, 8 points all in the second half, and
made a big three from the top of the key that started their run on the way back, Marty, when they were down 9, and we just commented they needed a spark, so he provided it in the clutch for them there.
Plastic to shoot free throws again. Hits the first one. Brian Plastic 6 out of 8 from the line tonight. He's really got to the line a lot. And if Princeton does turn out to win it, all these free throws they've made will really be a key factor.
There we go again. How many times have we said we have a big possession? I think try to answer.
1:14 to go. Princeton by 2. They go right into Schaefer with Salkic on him. Back to Schaefer. Salkic can't really do much but stand there with his hands up. Schaefer puts it in. That's 21 on a night for Schaefer. Kicks it out of bounds. Princeton retains.
Salkic doesn't want to foul out, but he's really not offering much resistance when they can take the ball in it deep against him.
Yorkville spotting that match every time up. Whoever Salkic is on, they've been trying to get him the ball right away. 55 seconds to go, 64 apiece. Tigers with the ball. Plastic looks over at the coach to see what they want to run. Dickinson back out to Salkic.
Like they're going to go on a delay here, probably try to bust somebody down the lane if they can.
36 seconds to go in the ball game. Dickinson back to Plastic. 30 seconds to go in the game, 64 apiece. Tigers playing a little keep away till they can find a chink in the armor here. Plastic with the ball.
Well, they want the last shot here, try to win it on the last shot.
There's a Begovic, 16 seconds. Now, come on, I didn't say triple overtime. I never said that. Near 10 seconds to go. They want to get it in Plastic's hands, or he's probably going to take a drive or try to get it to...
There you go.
Dickinson fakes the three, shoots. Rims out, no good. Schaefer with the rebound. 1 second to go. Shots up. Oh, wouldn't have counted anyway. And at the end, a double OT, 64-64. Back after this much-needed timeout on TV 53 Sports. Well, that's it for the...
Since 1914, Olson Roofing Company of Aurora has installed, repaired, and maintained thousands of commercial and industrial rooftops in the Fox Valley. No matter how big or how small the business, the Olson Roofing Specialist can provide full service to any size building. Located on South Lake Street, Olson Roofing is a proud supporter of high school sports in the Fox Valley and the surrounding area. Your friend and neighbor celebrating 80 years in the roofing business. Call us at 892-0449.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. Marty Munn with Gary Vance. So it's the first triple overtime we've ever did together, and
this is great.
It's fantastic.
There's got to be a lot of fatigue on both sides, but the adrenaline's going strong too.
Oh, Salkic missed everything, but the Tigers ran down the rebound. Yeah, 3 OTs. Let's see, that's 8 times 4 is 32, and another 12. This will be 44 minutes a game if it does end, almost like NBA minutes on the floor. Salkic with 4 fouls, though, for the Tigers. Tries to drive on Nyman, stuck in the lane, turns, spins, no good. Meston runs down the rebound. Deutschman with a nice steal. Scramble on the floor. Tigers retain possession. I think the Tigers may have got away with a foul there, but they do have the ball. Wet spot on the floor. Yeah, if we got paid by the word, Gary, we could probably retire tomorrow.
Well, we only need one more overtime to make it an NBA game, Marty. NBA games are 48 minutes, so...
Yep. Hey, let's do it. We're here for the record. What the hell? My dad said once the reason he liked to be in sales and talk for a living is because no matter how much you talk, your lips never sweat. The rest of us is sweating, but not our lips.
We're all sweating. It's pretty warm up here right now.
They're going to call a jump. Up. Refs thought about calling a jump ball. A little disagreement, they got it straight. Tigers with the ball, 64 apiece. They go right into Salkich, turn around. Can't get the roll. Schaefer comes down with the big rebound for Yorkville. Keller with the ball, drive, slapped away by Salkich. Keller gets it back. Schaefer gives him a little signal. Salkich is on Jim Ward now. They're trying to get him anywhere. He's not going to get that fifth foul. Doachman fakes the three, tried to jam it to Schaefer, scramble on the floor. Dickinson has it. Schaefer ties him up. Possession should be to Yorkville. It is. Good hustle on the floor. Schaefer's only chance was to dive, and we got a timeout on the floor. 64-64. We're in triple overtime here in Plano. 2:51 to go. Back after this on TV 53 Sports.
When you need flowers, stop in at the Flower Basket on Jericho Road in Aurora for friendly personal service. We specialize in beautiful floral arrangements, lush green plants, gourmet baskets, balloons, and silk designs. Our professional staff will help you select your bridal flowers with a Friday preview for your final approval the day before your wedding. We also make house calls for party ideas and decorating. All major credit cards are welcome, and for your convenience, we're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. I'm Marty Mudds with Gary Vansel. We're still here, triple overtime, still tied. They only scored, it was 2-4, 6-6 in the second OT, 8-8 in the first one. So this one should be 4-4, and we'll go to quadruple overtime.
I can't recall Yorkville having the lead.
No.
Marty, they've always been the ones that have had to score to tie, and here they have a chance to take the lead on this possession.
Keller out on top to Doachman. Back out to Keller to set the play for the Foxes. Tigers looking to maybe trap Pat if he gets up a little too close here. Yorkville running some clock on their own, forcing them to come out and guard them. Doachman with the ball for the Foxes. Nauman's got Salkich on him again. Let's see if they switch off with Salkich on Ward. To Nauman. Nauman tries to go baseline, cut off. Back out to Doachman. Drives to Schaefer. Nice play by Peter Doachman to dump it off to Mike Schaefer to finish it off.
Big possession now for Princeton.
That's 23 for Mike Schaefer. It took him 3 OTs, but he's over 20. 2 minutes to go in the game. 66-64 Yorkville. That's a plastic to set the offense. 1:50 to go in the game. What a ball game we got here tonight, fans. Into Salkich, slapped away from Nauman from behind. Salkich will go to the line. He's only got 1 basket in all 3 OTs so far, so.
I think he's been on the floor the whole game, and I believe Pat Keller's been on the floor the whole game. I can see that Pat is definitely sweated through that uniform probably a couple of...
Yeah, I was going to say that before. I thought Keller was about the only one, and play Salkich for the Tigers, and free throw attempt is good. First point.
Their free throw shooting has been just outstanding.
That's 6 out of 6 for Mirza Salkich at the line for the Tigers. Gets the shooter's roll, ties the game, 66 apiece. 1:42 to go. Keller with the ball for the Foxes. Game's tied. We're in triple overtime. You're watching TV 53 Sports. Into Schaefer, shoots, can't get it to fall. Salkich with the rebound.
Got in a little too deep there and couldn't use the board.
And you see when Schaefer shoots from a few feet out, they don't have much size in there to compensate for him being out of the middle. Classic with the ball. 1:11 to go in the game, 66 apiece.
Well, they want Salkich again.
We're in triple overtime. Dickinson back out on top. Bickerman to Plastic. Nauman on Salkich. Plastic drives. Throws it up left-handed. Knocks to the floor. Draws the foul. 22, Peter Doachman on the foul. Since overtime, Plastics 7 out of 9 from the free throw line.
Foxes just haven't been able to get in front of him and get a charge call because he kind of goes in there and throws up some prayers, but you need to get a charge on those once in a while.
Tigers for the lead. He's got it. Tigers by 1, 67-66. 54 seconds to go. Here's Abigovich back into the ball game. Boy, say that name 10 times. Classic taking his time for his second one. Gives Princeton a 2-point lead. He's 9 out of 11 in the 3 overtimes at the free throw line. That's
need to answer.
Tigers have only scored 4 points here in the triple overtime, all at the line. Got a foul on Plastic. And that'll send the Foxes to the line. That's only his third. Doachman at the line. 47.6 seconds to go in triple overtime. Princeton leads Yorkville 68-66. Big free throw by Doachman. Cuts it to 1.
He needs to make this one, Marty.
There's been 6 points scored in OT here, and in triple OT, all from the line. Not one field goal yet. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike Schaefer had that one. Schaefer keeps it alive, back to Doachman. 45 seconds to go.
Now we're on the odd number.
Princeton by 1. Keller stripped from behind. Nauman gets it, goes up with it.
Foul on Zabigovich. Jake Nauman's going to be going to the line. I think 1-1, though. Called it on the floor before he got into the shooting motion. 38.5 to play here in the third overtime. Winner goes on to Tuesday night Super Sectional play in DeKalb.
And like you said before, Gary, it is a real shame. One of these teams will battle their heart out, obviously, all year to get here. And now the way they play tonight. Nauman can't get it to fall. Ward couldn't keep it alive. Plastic has it, 35 seconds to go. Princeton with the ball and a 1-point lead. They fouled Plastic again.
And that's the guy you want to foul.
Yeah, he's been hot. I mean, it's... Not that you have much choice sometimes, but Plastic's had a lot of practice here in these 3 OTs from the line. He's got 20 points on the night so far, most of them at the free throw line. And he hits that one. 69-67. Princeton leads Yorkville. Got 31.5 seconds to go in the game. Bickerman back in for Izbegovic. Plastic second one. Gives Princeton a 3-point lead. 31.5 seconds to go. Keller with the ball.
Now, probably, or
you get it up quickly. If you got an easy 2, you put it in and try another foul. But Ward with the ball to Keller. 22 seconds to go. All we need is a 3 to go to quadruple OT. Keller hounded by Plastic. Nowhere to go. To Ward. To Keller. 10 seconds to go. Keller hammered. No call. In the corner. Doachman for 3. Yes, with 3 seconds.
Unbelievable.
1. Timeout on the floor.
Unbelievable.
Peter Doachman buries the 3 from deep along the baseline. That ties it at 70 with 1.8 seconds to go in the ball game. Man, what can you say here? I mean, 1.8 seconds.
Looked like it was over.
Looks like it was all over. We'll keep it right here for a minute. We got 1.8 seconds to go.
Well, we got a discrepancy on the 2 scoreboards. One of them showing 1.8, and the other one showing 1/10 of a second. So I don't know which one's the official board, but
which one's the right score? We got time difference here. Could make a big difference. Oops. One ref's by the scores table. I don't even know if they notice it.
I think they're aware of it. usually before the game, you always designate which one is the official scoreboard, so they should be well aware of what the correct time is, which board is correct.
Well, Tigers got to take it out under their own basket. 1.8 seconds. It almost has to be a long down-court pass and a right-away shot.
Yeah, no time for anything but a pass, a catch, and a shot. If it's 1.8, if it's only 1/10.
Yeah, it's 1.8. I saw the ref tell the coach from Princeton it's 1.8.
1.8. Well, they got time to catch it, turn, and shoot.
Obviously, the guy who's got the most shooting talent, Salkic, they'll definitely try to get him the ball. Now, you certainly don't want to foul here.
Well, they may try to throw long here to Salkic.
There's no way you can afford a foul. Dickinson blocked by Schaefer. Keller picks it up, shoots. It's good! It's a buzzer. Pat Keller draws from 40 feet. It's over. It's over. Yorkville shocks Princeton 73-70. How did that happen?
Unbelievable. They got a hand on the inbound
Mike
pass.
Schaefer got his hand up.
And,
Whoa.
Holy cow, Pat Keller hit about a 35-footer.
And he's under the pile somewhere in there. I don't know where he is.
You see Trevor Gardner trying to work his way out from underneath.
Man, what a finish in 3 overtimes. Yorkville advances.
Yorkville scores 6 points in 2 seconds, Marty. They were down 3.
Yep.
Hit a 3 to tie it with 1.8, and then hit a 3 to win it.
Man, what a finish we had here tonight in triple overtime. Yorkville defeats Princeton 73-70. They didn't even put the 3 up on the board. But anyway, Yorkville will go to the super sectional. Princeton fans standing there stunned. And who could blame them? We'll take a short time out. Be back after this on TV 53 Sports.
Yes, you can have a perfect portrait, but it takes a little planning and a visit to the Village Photographer on Lake Street in Aurora. With 25 years of experience in the Fox Valley, our staff knows how to help our subjects strike a beautiful pose to set the mood for any occasion. And we use Kodak film as well as large format cameras to ensure the highest quality for your completed album. Scheduling is easy too, as weekend and evening appointments are available. Call us today at 896-3542.
And we're back on TV 53 Sports. I'm Marty Muggs with Gary Vansel. What a ball game. Best one of the year.
Well, this is a classic, Marty. Just an unbelievable finish for the Foxes, and they're celebrating, and well, they should. It's one of those that you just thought, holy cow, things look so dark, and the ball was loose out here in regulation, and they tracked it down and got it to Peter Deutschman, who really hadn't been in the game all that much. He just come in late when Scott Gingler fouled out and nailed a 3 out of the left corner to tie it, and you just, you thought, holy cow, good deal. We've got overtime. I mean, from Yorkville's standpoint, we live to go to another overtime, but then to win it on the tip pass and Pat Keller getting the loose ball and nailing the shot to win it, you didn't expect it really to end that way. Stealing the ball and hitting the game-winning shot like that. This is something these young men and their parents, community, and student body will remember for quite some time.
You talk about heads-up defensive plays. Schaefer got his hand on it. He knew Dickinson was trying to go down court to Price Salkic, and not only did he get a hand on it, Keller heads up, saw the ball coming out short, broke from his man, scooped it up across half court, fired up a prayer 3. But, yeah, like you said before, Deutschman in the corner, everybody watching him, clock running out, buries a 3. He had 4 points in the third OT for Peter Deutschman. Keller had 3 and Schaefer had a bucket.
Plus, Peter Deutschman had a great assist once when he drove and dumped it inside. And they're the Plano sectional champions, the Yorkville Foxes.
And the kids really enjoying it. Man, what a thrill for their fans.
Only 16 teams left now in Class A after action tonight, Marty. Yorkville's one of them as they advance to super sectional play in DeKalb on Tuesday. We haven't heard yet who won the game between Forreston and Rockford Lutheran. Rockford Lutheran went in as the favorite in that game, but the Foxes are going to be there.
And we'll be back after this on TV 53 Sports.